Hello, good morning, children. So, how are you all? I hope you all good. So, today we are going to start lecture number 6 of chapter 6. So, chapter 6 Forms of Business Organization 2, page number 58. Yes. So, in lecture number 1, we studied about or we learnt about the cooperative society, then advantage and disadvantage and characteristics of cooperative society, then joint stock company and the company, characteristics, advantages, limitations, right? So here we start the new topic. So in last lecture, that is lecture number 5, we learned about total fourth limitation of company. There is first lengthy and expensive incorporation procedure. That means uh, for the formation or procedure of company is very lengthy, and for that expenditure is doing in more amount comparative to the partnership and sole proprietorship. Then company has to submit documents like memorandum, articles, etc. before the registrar of companies. Then legal restriction. A company come into existence by law. Company has to observe legal provision during its lifetime. Then increase in administrative expense. So admin expense increase due to high fees to experts, attractive salaries, then specialized officers, etc. And autocratic management. Though many rights are entrusted to the members by law, they enjoy nominal power due to voting right per share, and some person gets control through groupism and impose their desire. So here we just revise four limitations which we have learned in last lecture. And finally we start today's lecture from the new limitations, fifth number. Difficulty in maintaining secrecy. See, in a company form has a get audited compulsory and its final accounts. So for that, it has to furnish to the member and registrar. So other certain information like redemption, bonus shares are also to be published. So there is a difficult to maintain secrecy. Then next, delay in policy decision. So, in a company form, there is a doing business with the public money. So, at that time, public consent, that is members' consent, is compulsory, and there is a numbers of member. That's why for the meeting of member is to be called, then notice of meeting is to be furnished before certain days, and resolution is passed. And for all this time is wasted, and decision are delayed. Next, less flexibility. Lesser element of flexibility is there in company form as compared to proprietorship and partnership form, because in company form resolution to be passed in general meeting and approval of central government cause is required in some circumstances, whereas in proprietorship and partnership there is no this type of provisions. Then encouragement to speculation, like artificial changes in stock market encourage speculation as the directors are acquainted with the secret information of company, and the speculation is the share affect the economic interest of small investor. Then 9 number, disadvantage to the society. How to disadvantage to society? So society has to become a victim of strike of employee, lockout by employer, etc. And monopolistic levels enter as a more important is given to capital than man. And hence the unequal distribution of income and wealth arise in society. Clear? Here we done the five limitations. Difficulty in maintaining secrecy, delay in policy decision, less flexibility, encouragement to speculation, and disadvantage to society. So we have completed the limitations of company. Now you have just 1 minute to read this by limitation, and then we just revise all the head points of the questions, and then we'll start the new topic. So you have the 1 minute, just go through this five limitation of company. Complete. See, it is very easy. Huh? Done. Good. So here we just revise all the head points. Okay, company. So first, characteristics of company. We just revise only head points, students. Legal personality, perpetual existence, division of capital in small fraction, इजी ट्रांसफ़र ऑफ शेयर. आप लोग भी मेरे साथ बोल सकते हो. कॉमन सील, मैनेजमेंट, स्टेटस ऑफ मेंबर, नंबर ऑफ मेंबर, लायबिलिटी ऑफ मेंबर, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, वोटिंग राइट पर शेयर. Okay. Then advantages of company. Huge capital fund, easy transfer of share in private. Sorry, in public, not in private. Because in a private company there is some restriction to the transfer of share. Next, limited liability of member, separate identity and perpetual life, advantage of large scale, efficient management, democratic management, benefits to society and nation. Next, limitations. So there are total 9 limitations. Lengthy and expensive procedure. Then legal restriction. Increase in administrative expense. Autocratic management. Difficulty in maintaining secrecy. Delay in policy decision. Less flexibility. Encouragement to speculation. A disadvantage to the policy. Here we done the characteristics, advantage and limitations of company. Now we revise the characteristics of cooperative society. Voluntarily association, easy formation process, equality of members, separate identity, democratic management, main motive of service, fair distribution of profit, low price of share, voting right per member, not per share, separate institution from politics and religion, unrestricted number of members. Then advantages: easy formation process, perpetual existence, open membership, limited liability of the member, government assistance, democratic management, less administrative expense, special class of customer, strong competitors against trading institution, welfare activities for the society, training school for democracy, economic upliftment and growth of member. A lot of advantages and 12 advantages, 10 to 12 characteristics and now limitations. So only four limitations are there. Limitation of capital, lack of efficient management, political interference, and non cooperation among the members. So, we just revised all the high points of cooperative society and company. And now we are moving on the new topic, that is a type of company. See, here the chart given types of company. So there is a main four types: statutory, from the viewpoint of member, viewpoint of control, and the viewpoint of place of registration. सी फर्स्ट वन है स्टेचुटरी कंपनी, उनके सब टाइप नहीं है. सेकेंड है कि भाई नंबर्स ऑफ मेंबर के ऊपर हम टाइप्स डिफाइन करें. तो देर इज अ थ्री टाइप्स: पब्लिक, प्राइवेट एंड वन पर्सन. In a public company, there is also three subtype: company limited by share, limited by guarantee, and limited by unlimited. Sorry, and unlimited liability. And in private company, same: limited by share, limited by guarantee, and unlimited. And third one is one person company. Then, from the viewpoint of control, so, as a control, this is like a government company is control, then holding company and subsidiary company. And the last one is the point of place of registration. If a registration doing in India, then there is Indian company. Otherwise, it's then foreign company. So, just revise this chart and try to learn types of company. Then we'll start in detail explanation of types of company. So here we have just 1 minute for revise this chart and 3 minutes for make this chart in your notebook. You have to make this chart right now. So first statutory, then from the viewpoint of number of member, then control, then place of registration. Three subpart in from the viewpoint of number of member: public, private and one person. साथ में बनाते जाना चार्ट. Then point of control may be three: government, holding and subsidiary. And place of registration में there is two. There are two: Indian and foreign. Then in public company, limited by share, limited by guarantee and unlimited. And in private, same: by share, by guarantee, by unlimited. Fast, make the chart speedily. 1 minute left. Then we'll start the detailed explanation. You can use pencil, black pen or blue pen. Okay, done? Good. First, statutory company. So, when any company come into existence through a special law of parliament or legislative, then there is a statutory company. Like life insurance corporation, then the Reserve Bank of India, then any act like ICAI Institute, ICMAI Institute, they all are statutory company. That in short, any company which is come into existence with the special law of parliament, then it is called statutory company. Next, from the viewpoint of number of members, first public company. So there is a minimum 7 members and maximum no restriction, and also invitation to the general public to purchase shares and debenture. And also there is no restriction to transfer of share. That means in a public company they can easily transfer the share. And there are three types of public company, like limited by shares, limited by guarantee, and unlimited. In first one, limited by share, that means a liability of member limited up to the value of shares of purchased by them, and the name of its company at last add the word limited. Then limited by guarantee means a liability of member of company limited up to the guaranteed by them, not the value of shares. And whereas in unlimited company, the liability of member is unlimited, and if a date of company exceeds assets, the member become liable personally. So here I explain public company in detail. Now we just read from the textbook. So in public company, as per the Companies Act, company which is not a private company is public company, in which minimum 7 members are necessary. There is no restriction on maximum number of members, and there is a company can give an invitation to general public to purchase its shares and debenture. There is no restriction on transfer of shares. There are three types of public company from the viewpoint of liability of members. First, company limited by share capital, company limited by guarantee, and the third one, company by unlimited liability. So in first, the liability of member of company is limited up to the face value of share of company purchased by share, and this company has to insert the word limited at the end of its limit name, like XYZ Limited, ABC Company Limited, like this. And see, these all are explained before, right? Now we just read from textbook for the wordings purpose. Then limited by guarantee. So the liability of member of company is limited up to the amount guaranteed by them. Member has to pay guaranteed amount at the time of liquidation of company. Next, the liability of member is unlimited in this type of company. If a date of company exceeds its asset, the members become liable personally. In case of liquidation of company, member will have to pay contribution from their personal asset. So here we turn statutory and public company. You have 2 minutes for read this information. Then we'll start the private company. So your time start now. You have just 2 minutes. Try to avoid external voice if can, and don't lose your concentration from the video lectures. Done? Okay, you have still 20 seconds. Then we'll start the private company. So just fast reading, please. Okay, done. Now private company. So private company में minimum 2 members, maximum 200. And there is a restriction on transfer of shares. They cannot invite a public to purchase its shares. Totally opposite from the public. But by capital, share capital by guarantee and unlimited are the same. In share capital limited, members limited liability up to the face value of share purchased by them. Same in guarantee given by them up to that limited, and in unlimited, member liable personally when debt of company exceeds its asset. And word private is inserted in the name of this company when the company with unlimited liability, and when company is limited, then the add word private limited at the end of its name. Clear? Okay. Now we read from the textbook. So private company is a company which has minimum 2 members and maximum 200. There is a restriction on transfer of shares. Private company, it cannot invite public to purchase its shares or debenture. There is a restriction on transfer of share of member of private company. It cannot invite public to purchase its shares or debenture. There are three types of private company from the viewpoint of liability of members. See students, I explained already. Now we just read from textbook. So company limited by share capital. So limited liability of member is limited up to the face value of share purchased by them. Then limited private company has to insert a word private limited at the end of its name. Then company limited by guarantee. So liability of member of company is limited up to the amount of guarantee given by them. Member have to pay guaranteed amount at the time of liquidation, and this company has to insert the word private at the end of its name. And when company with unlimited liability, then liability of member is unlimited. If debt of company exceed its asset, then member become liable personally. In case of liquidation of company, member have to pay contribution from their personal asset. And the word private is to be inserted in the name of this company. So here we complete the private company. Again, you have just 2 minutes to read the information about the private company, and then we'll moving on one person company. See students, these all topics are very easy, so try to learn with reading. Fast reading, fast reading. Okay, done. गुड और साथ में अंडरलाइन भी करते जाना. सो 1% company, a company in which only one person is member, and it is also a private company. Direct a contract with director who is member. and also one person give the consent and totally works done by one person, and no provisions for like companies like 1956, but private company can be a one person company as per the Companies Act 2013. Clear? A company in which only a one person, there is a one person company. Totally work doing by one person who is a member of that company. And it can be a private company. So now we just read from textbook. So one person company means a company in which a one person is a member. One person company, see in bracket private company, can enter into contract with the director who is its member, and a written consent of such a person is essential in one person company. In addition to memorandum and article to be presented before the registrar of company at the time of incorporated of company. There was no provisions for one person company in Companies Act 1956, but a private company can be one person as per provision of Companies Act 2013. So clear? Understood? Good. So here we done the one person company as well done today's lecture. So in your homework, write limitations of company in fair book and head points in head point book. And also make the chart if आपने अभी नहीं बनाया तो in your fair book types of company and write from the viewpoint of numbers of member in your fair book and head points. In your head point books make a chart only and you are in fair book with detail. So here we done today's lecture. I hope you all enjoy a lot today's. So in today's lecture, we done the limitations of company. So there is a 9 limitations. Then the start a new topic, types of company, and in types of company, we have done statutory company and from the viewpoint of number of members, like public company, private company, and one person company. And in public and private, there is limited by shares, limited by guarantee, and limit unlimited. And from the next lecture, we have just we'll start the from the viewpoint of control. But before that, we'll revise some topic and then we'll start the point of control. उसमें government, holding and subsidiary, and then viewpoint of place of registration, Indian and foreign. Again, I repeat the homework. Please note down. Write a head points of limitations in your head point book. Make a chart of types of company in your head point book. And write limitations with detailed explanation in fair book. And write types of company from the viewpoint of number of member with detailed information in your fair book. Okay. So here we done today's lecture. So goodbye everyone. I hope you all enjoy this lecture.